watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Good morning to you on this Wednesday, getting a little closer to halfway through the week here. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Neda Iranpour. Yeah, thank you very much for joining us here this morning. The clouds are also joining us again.
Yeah.
But it's been on repeat, but at least, hey, that sun yesterday afternoon.
Nice.
Yeah, we finally got it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, over the weekend, there were some parts of the county that never saw the sun.
That's true.
So I think it's a welcome sight. For days to come, we're expected to see more and more of that sunshine by the afternoon stretch. But for the morning, hey, June gloom continues. As we look out right around sunrise about 20 minutes ago, we started to see a little bit of that fog lift, but you can see how it is still quite overcast, and those issues with fog are not completely alleviated. By the afternoon, we'll make it to about 70 degrees by the coastline, about 80 degrees inland. Mountains are shooting for 84, and the desert's 108. So as you leave the coast, those temperatures start to climb into the above average range. It's just by the water where we experience those clouds. Coming up, we'll talk more about what to expect as temperatures warm up into the weekend.
He's taking a wrecking ball to our founding fathers' historic project. 3 co-equal branches of independent government. There are no longer any checks and balances. Congress is nowhere to be found.
If we didn't do this, Los Angeles would burn. It would be burning to the ground right now, just like the houses burned to the ground just a few months ago.
Right now, Governor Gavin Newsom is requesting a temporary restraining order to stop the Trump administration from deploying the military to aid in immigration activity in Los Angeles. A federal judge is set to hear arguments tomorrow.
Meantime, a curfew is expiring as we speak for part of downtown L.A. CBS's Jared Hill with the very latest.
Passion in the streets of downtown Los Angeles.
Our people are being picked up off the street. They're being snatched up out of Home Depots and Walmarts.
Amid a 5th day of protest following several immigration raids, Tuesday night police cars blocked intersections as the city's new curfew took effect, ordered by LA Mayor Karen Bass.
To stop the vandalism, to stop the looting.
People now being asked to stay away from parts of downtown LA from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. The city of Los Angeles covers nearly 500 square miles. The curfew focused around the few blocks of downtown to which the protests have mostly been isolated. The Trump administration has deployed 4,000 National Guard troops and 700 Marines. California's governor Tuesday called it an illegal abuse of power and criticized the administration's immigration tactics.
This administration is pushing mass deportations, indiscriminately targeting hardworking immigrant families.
President Trump doubled down.
We will use every asset at our disposal to quell the violence and restore law and order.
The National Guard is only allowed to protect federal buildings and federal officers. But CBS News has learned Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem sent a letter to Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth asking for the military to detain or arrest lawbreakers. Federal laws generally ban the military from taking part in domestic law enforcement. As protests spread to cities across the country, a warning from President Trump that more federal force could be coming. Jared Hill, CBS News.
This just in here, President Donald Trump announced a magnets and rare earth minerals deal with China. President Trump says tariffs on Chinese goods will go up to 55%. The levies currently stand at 30% after they were lowered for 90 days from 145%. President Trump says the Chinese tariffs on U.S. imports will remain at 10% after they were lowered from 125% for 90 days. The president also says Chinese students will be allowed to attend American universities.
This also just in, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the Consumer Price Index, a key gauge of inflation, is up 2.4% from last year. That's up from the 2.3% annual increase we saw the month before. Month to month, prices were up 0.1% in May. That is less than expected, despite higher tariffs. We do have an update here locally this morning. San Diego City Council did approve the city budget proposal for the upcoming fiscal year.
It restores many services and resources that were going to be cut. CBS 8's Regina Yarita live downtown to explain some of these changes here. Regina?
That's right. Good morning, guys. And San Diego City Council spent several hours before making a final decision for Mayor Todd Gloria's proposed budget for next fiscal year. Now, there were some items that were supposed to be cut, others that were restored. And after much back and forth, not all city council members were in favor, but take a listen to those who were.
The budget that council Member Foster has put forward, and that I have second, actually is a balanced budget given those assumptions about revenue that will come to fruit in 2026.
Now, meanwhile, the independent budget analyst raised concerns for the next fiscal year, saying that any future economic changes, especially at the federal level, could force difficult decisions down the road. The approved budget now maintains Monday hours at 16 of the city's 37 library branches. However, all libraries will be closed on Sundays. It also includes all recreation center hours and restores recreational access to the city's lakes and reservoirs. Councilmember Henry Foster proposed the budget restorations that totals to more than $26 million. He also suggested several revenue-generating ideas to fund these services, including not filling vacant management positions, charging non-residents for parking at Balboa Park and the zoo. Mayor Gloria, on the other hand, shared his disapproval by saying in a statement that his administration presented the city council with a proposed budget that was responsible, strategic, and balanced. But he says as of yesterday, the council added tens of millions of dollars in new spending with these changes. So back out here, Mayor Todd Gloria has about 5 days to approve or at least put this budget into law, or he could use his veto power to reject it. But City Council has until June 15th to approve a final budget, and that will go into effect on July 1st. Netta and Eric, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Regina, thanks for the latest there. Hey, and in just a couple of hours, this San Diego County Fair will officially be opened up to the public.
Today's the day.
Yeah.
Look at how beautiful this is. This year's theme, Summer Petacular. CBS 8's Chris Groh joining us live in Del Mar to give us a preview. You had the music, you had the lights, Chris. Now there's daylight. What can we expect?
Well, now I need you at home to turn on your smell-o-vision and get those taste buds watering, because we are going to be going over the food. The San Diego County Fair has so many vendors that are all vying for your hearts, but also your stomachs, and yes, this trophy. Want to bring in Jason here from the San Diego County Fair to talk a little bit about the vendors that we have this year. But first, let's focus on that competition. This is some serious business when it comes to these vendors, right?
Yeah, it sure is. It's year 3. It's a little cutthroat. Of course, the big trophy is bragging rights around here. So they really brought their A game, all these new innovative ideas. Super exciting this year. Biggest change this year is we have a value promotion that's paired with it.
Okay.
So we have over 45 semifinalists. Those will get dwindled down to the top 18 today. Those 18 items are offered at 50% off on Fridays in June from 11 to 4. So one of the biggest discounts we have on food.
That's so cool. So it's the top 18 items that you guys have essentially won out. The cream rises to the top, and those are going to be 50% off. It's like a really good happy hour, right?
Exactly, yes. And those 18 items are in the finals for our judging on June 13th on Friday. We'll find out who the big winner is.
And then they get the entire fair to brag, right? So we've got a lot of staples, but we also got some things that are new. Let's start on this end of the table and let's sort of walk through and see what we got.
Right, so from Rico's we have the Mexican La Jolla noodles. So it's just a bumped up version of a cup of noodles. All your favorite flavors, birria, we have Valentina sauce, tajin, all the things in there, some great flavors as well. So over here, we have Rookie Sweet Paradise. This is a new item. I'm sure everyone's heard of the viral Dubai chocolate craze that's been going on right now. This is a new take. So they did a cherry blossom white chocolate with pistachio cream, katafi, and fresh strawberries. So we have that for you to try.
Let's go ahead and try it by here. I see why it's a viral craze. Definitely see why that's a viral craze. That hits all the notes. And then this.
Right.
Jason, this caught my eye. And I said, what are we doing? So, as everybody can see, we've got ramen and we've got tacos. We've got a ramen taco, right?
That's exactly what it says. Yep, ramen taco, new innovative idea. It's got the crunch, it's got the texture, it's got the flavors, and it's certainly something new we've never seen before, and love to have you try it.
All right, well, Jason, thank you so much for helping us out this morning. Eric, Netta, Evan,
dig
send
in
things
there.
back to you with the crunch.
That's the shell that's made of ramen.
I heard a crunch. I heard the crunch. Wow.
Nice.
What do you think?
That's taco number one of many. Yeah, you got a mouthful. You can't come back to it.
That's all we needed to hear.
Enjoy out there, Chris Grow. But what a great assignment that always is, right? You get to be one of the first to try it all out.
And I love that it's different every year.
Totally.
Like the Dubai chocolate made its way in there. So,
But a ramen taco.
There's some competition out there for the best fair food.
That's why the Fridays are the days to go, the half off.
They have basically a happy hour for the food there. It's going to be likely a sunny afternoon, I will say. When we talk about a sunny afternoon, we mean more a partly cloudy afternoon because it's doubtful that we'll see those clouds completely leave the coast. But even in Del Mar, we should see a little bit of the sun peeking through by the afternoon as they leave the coast. For now, though, very cloudy. It's gloomy as June gloom is the start of the day. Upper 60s, low 70s into the afternoon. Upper 70s, low 80s across our inland valleys. Again, with partly cloudy skies, a lot more sunshine, mostly sunny across our mountains with a high of 84, and the desert's looking at a high of 108. So we get warmer and warmer as you leave the coast. Those temperatures deviate from normal even more. Coastal clouds helping to keep our coastal temperatures a bit more mild. We have some visibility issues out there, not many though. Fallbrook's at 3 miles. Biggest spot to watch for is going to be Ramona, where they're at less than 1/10 of a mile. Aside from that, Oceanside and Carlsbad at about 6 miles. So this is mainly a North County issue as we start off the day. Like I said, temperatures this afternoon are going to be on the cooler side of average, or at least right around average in San Diego. 70 is average. 69 degrees would mean we're 1 degree cooler than average. It would also mean that we are cooler than almost the entirety of the U.S. on the afternoon highs. I mean, Vegas and Phoenix, that's a given at 104 this afternoon, but it's rare that we are cooler than Bismarck, North Dakota, or Billings, or Seattle, or Lincoln, Nebraska at 95 degrees. In fact, in Seattle, we'll have a little edge on them, about 3 degrees warmer than they are. But Chicago's going for a high of 89 today, Philly 85, and New York City looking at a high of 81. So good portion of the country seeing warmer temperatures than our coastal communities. When we take a look at the next couple days, we'll see those temperatures make their way up to the 80s across our inland valleys at least. Looks like Saturday could involve a little bit more cloud cover, but by the time we get to Sunday, Father's Day, temperatures are going to reach their peak. Let's check in on traffic, see what drive times are like outside. A little bit of slowing that we have on the freeway up in North County. Going to take you to about the Bonsall area. This is where we have the right lane blocked with a stalled vehicle at the 76. This is the Mission Road westbound exit right before Vista Way. It's not causing any tremendous backups, just some light ones just off of that Camino del Rey interchange as well. So something we'll watch for the next hour or so as CHP continues to clear it. Let's check in on your border wait times, where it is currently a 75-minute wait at the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Otay Mesa Port of Entry should take you about 90 minutes to get across.